This is the most efficient way to use your legs. One of the most common misconceptions with using your legs properly is that it only has to do with your lower half. It has just as much to do with your upper body as it does your lower body, because the upper body is the thing that's providing all the weight. So with that being said, we always want to load inside of the frame of our legs. If we're leaning over with our torso like this, our load is going to be uneven and we're going to spin out. Same thing on the front side, and then we're going to come really heavy across like this. Another misconception is guys get their knees too far over their toe like this, and this gives you like a false sense of a load. You feel like weight is back, but all you're going to do is jump out of this, because when you load your quad, it wants to extend. So instead of loading into your quad like this, if you've ever done an RDL, you want to sit back in your hips and act like you're about to go down an RDL, and you should feel like a stretch in your upper glute. That's how you should get into your hips, not putting your knee over your toe, because you're going to extend forward every single time that way. Another place players go wrong is they think that loading into their back hip only has to do with their back hip. Understand, we have two sides of our body. A load is something against an immovable object. So if I'm only twisting on the backside, I can overload and then create a false sense of a load again. Instead, I want to coil with my entire body. So I want to use the front hip as well. Something that works for a lot of my guys, instead of just thinking we're going to coil into this back hip, we're going to use the front hip to coil into the back one. And it ends up creating this like tuck or crunch right here. You're going to notice in Fernando Tatis or anybody who moves forward with a lot of control. They're able to load inside their frame, which means they're inside of their shoulders, and they coil with the front hip like this and then get down to the ground. All right, so let's simplify this as much as possible. Step number one, act like you're about to do an RDL just until you feel that stretch in your upper glute. Next, we're going to stay balanced, and we never want to shift back or forward. We always want to establish the center line. So once we have that pinch in our glutes, maintain your center line, and the front side should load back. So same thing with the front hip coming in. We're not shifting back. We're going to hold this line, pick up the leg like this. I moved back a little bit, but the goal is to try and keep the head as still as possible like that, and that's how you should actually load. Now I'm going to give you some drills to accomplish this. First thing you're going to do is feel the RDL, just like this. Feel the pinch in your upper glute. Now when you step back, you're going to keep your head over your belly button the entire time. You never want your head to rock back like this. So feel that pinch. Take a step, my head is over my belly button. Now with our front leg, what we're going to do is pull it back. So this is what the step back drill should look like. And that's how you should load. All right, our next drill is going to be the ball drill. So place a ball just in the middle of your body, and your goal is to load into this ball. Remember, we don't want our load and lift our front leg like this. It's going to always create a rock. Instead, we want to be more internal this way. So we're trying to take our knee and our front hip into this baseball like this while moving forward. Just like that. All right, for this next drill, you're going to need a partner. So I have my beautiful girlfriend here as my partner to demonstrate. So what we're going to do is this is going to be a modified step back drill. This is going to force you to keep your torso in a strong position. So instead of allowing ourselves to lean back like this, what she's going to do is I'm going to take a step back and she's going to push my torso, and I have to resist that motion. So my torso wants to go this way, but I have to keep it neutral if I want to stay stacked in a strong position. Let's do it.
If you guys can figure out this kind of loading mechanism, it's going to work in a toe tap, no stride, leg kick, small step, whatever it might be. The first move of the load is the thing that's the most important. So you can take that and use it however you want. Understand, everything I say is not law. Take what works, drop what doesn't. My name's Ian Jenkins, and I failed, so you don't have to.